Every time you throw a leg over your motorcycle, you're making a choice that separates you from the rest of the world. Cars trap people in cages of steel, but you choose freedom. You choose power. But here's the dark truth nobody wants to admit. Freedom on two wheels comes with a price. Every mistake, every lazy habit, every second of distraction can turn into something permanent. And I'm not talking about a small scratch on your bike. I'm talking about a life-changing injury, or worse, the end of the ride forever. The good news? That future doesn't have to be yours. Because the difference between riders who survive and thrive and those who end up as a statistic is simple. They've mastered the fundamentals. They don't rely on luck. They don't count on other drivers to see them. They ride like their life depends on it, because it does. And here's the catch. Once you internalize the right habits, once these 8 riding tips are burned into your muscle memory, you'll feel unstoppable, not reckless, not nervous, unstoppable. You'll ride smoother, safer, and smarter than 99% of bikers out there. So if you want to keep chasing that freedom without paying the ultimate price, listen carefully, because the next few minutes could literally save your life. 1. Ride like you're invisible. Here's the cold reality. Car drivers don't care about you. They don't see you. And even if they do, most won't respect your space. If you ride believing people notice you, you're already one step closer to disaster. The truth is, the safest riders assume every driver is blind, distracted, and ready to cut them off. That mindset transforms your entire riding style. Suddenly, you stop gambling with your life by assuming someone will yield. You ride as if they won't. And guess what? That paranoia becomes your armor. It makes you scan intersections harder, position yourself better in lanes, and anticipate moves before they even happen. This isn't paranoia, it's survival intelligence. Forget being seen. Ride like you're invisible, and you'll outlast the careless ones. 2. Control the space around you. Think of riding like chess. Every car, every truck, every blind corner is a piece on the board. And you're the king who can't afford a checkmate. The secret most riders ignore? Controlling space. You must always keep a bubble of safety around you, a cushion that gives you time to react when someone inevitably screws up. Too close to the car ahead? You've lost your space. Riding in a blind spot? You've handed over control. When you own your lane positioning, you own the ride. Keep space in front of you. Escape routes on the sides and distance from tailgaters. This habit rewires your brain to see traffic not as random chaos, but as a controlled battlefield where you're always 2 moves ahead. That's how you ride like a master, not a victim. 3. Master the art of braking. Ask yourself honestly, can you stop your bike in an emergency without panicking? Most riders can't. They grab the brake, lock the wheel, and lose control. Here's the truth. Braking is not just squeezing a lever. It's the art of knowing how much pressure to apply and when. Smooth, progressive, and balanced between front and rear brakes. A real rider doesn't wait for a crisis to test their skills. They practice hard braking in empty lots until it's second nature. Imagine this. A car pulls out in front of you at 40 miles per hour. If you panic, you crash. If you've trained, your instincts take over. You brake hard but controlled, and you walk away. Braking mastery isn't optional. It's the thin line between survival and tragedy. 4. Own your corners. Corners kill more riders than anything else. Why? Because people ride them with ego instead of discipline. They go in too hot, panic mid-turn, and run wide into traffic or a guardrail. Here's the manipulation your brain needs. Forget speed, focus on control. Approach wide, look through the turn, and trust your lean. Smooth throttle, steady line, your bike will follow your eyes. Most crashes in corners aren't from lack of skill, but from lack of patience. You have to burn it into your mind. Enter slower, exit faster. Every corner is a test, and the road punishes arrogance. Ride corners like a strategist, not a show-off, and you'll carve them beautifully while others crash out. And there you have it, 4 riding tips that most bikers ignore until it's too late. Now here's the real question. Which one of these hit you the hardest? Be honest. Maybe you're guilty of taking corners too fast. Maybe you ride like your gear is optional. Or maybe, just maybe, you've been gambling on the idea that car drivers actually see you. If that's the case, I'll tell you straight. Your guardian angel is tired of working overtime. Drop your confession in the comments. Because the truth is, every rider has a weak spot. Sharing yours might actually save another rider's life. And hey, if you think you're the perfect biker who never makes mistakes, then I dare you, prove me wrong in the comments. Go on, I'll wait. Remember, mastering these tips doesn't just make you safer, it makes you part of that elite 1% of riders who ride smart, ride strong, and ride for life. The rest? They end up with a story nobody wants to tell. So tell me, which tip are you going to master first?